Welcome, ladies and gents. We've got a Jasper cameo, apparently. But what we do have, which is, I know, unfortunately slightly better than a Jasper cameo, we've got confirmation that there's going to be a sequel to Godzilla vs. Kong. Not The Son of Kong, which was the other movie, apparently, that was in development. This is something brand new. I'm super stoked. I love the Monsterverse. I love a bit of Godzilla. I'm all about the Monsterverse. I'm all about Godzilla and Monsterverse. I love it. So when I saw this news, just put my figures back there, the toys, and I don't give a shit. When I saw this news, this is great. I'm over the moon about this. So let's have a look, ladies and gents. Let's have a look. Godzilla vs. Kong sequel shares new production details. Again, I don't know quite what this one is going to be, but let's take a look. Apparently, let's pause this crap. Godzilla has become one of the biggest names in Hollywood. It has. Toho's been very strategic about all of that, and says the kaiju is not ready to drop off the radar now or ever. If you didn't know, Godzilla vs. Kong did some serious good for the box office. It did. And arguably, like, Legendary was pissed that Warner Brothers wanted to chuck it over on HBO Max, because they would have made even more money at the box office. So, yeah. Well done, Warner Brothers. Just making friends everywhere. But it did really well. It did really, really well at the box office. For the time. Like, this was literally launched in a lockdown. Now, reports swirled a new Monsterverse movie was on the way, which it did, but people speculated it was Son of Kong. Now, a new report is live from Australia, and it suggests that the franchise's next big move is on its way. So the update comes from the Courier Mail, which will go to the source in Un Momento, and it's a newspaper over in Australia covering all things Queensland. It was their report went live today, confirming that the sequel to Godzilla vs. Kong will be shot in the region. Now, it's expected to bring $120 million in, economy and revenue, basically. And most of the Monsterverse has filmed in Australia up to this point. Doesn't it seem really strategic that they were basically waiting for Australia to cut all the shit? And by that, I'm very clearly talking about the restrictions that were going on over there. Now, I'm aware some of them have been lifted. I think the majority have. But it's interesting, isn't it? Look, these big major film companies are like, no, we're definitely not going back there. I mean, they obviously need to go back there if they're looking to replicate certain locations. But I mean, Amazon has even taken Lord of the Rings away from New Zealand, which quite rightly so, in fairness, because, it is actually a British property. It was supposed to look like Britain. New Zealand, side note, doesn't actually look like Britain. I know. I live in it. But interesting stuff. Really interesting. Now, of course, few details were given in the report about what this sequel will cover. There's no word on whether the new movie will directly continue the story of Godzilla vs. Kong. And after all, the blockbuster did part with our kaiju in good terms. Godzilla went back to his usual ocean hideout, while Kong went deep into the Hollow Earth to reclaim his rightful territory. But as you can guess, neither of these beasts will know peace so long as mankind want to use them. I doubt they're going to orchestrate another bloody fight. Now, this sounds like it still could be the Son of Kong. Now, this latest update gives fans an idea about the new movie's production details and schedule, but it isn't the only one circulating on the internet. In past, reports have surfaced about the Monsterverse's future, as many suggest Godzilla vs. Kong director Adam Wingard will return to oversee this sequel. The reports also suggest the project is operating under the running title Son of Kong, so there you go. And in the meantime, Apple TV did confirm it is developing a live-action Monsterverse series of its own that focuses on Godzilla ahead of his solo sequel. But we've not even got confirmation that there's a solo sequel. So, in fairness, we don't know. Now, the Adam Wingard one was essentially confirmed. Now, is this that one? We don't know. It looks like it could be a brand new one. The Courier Mail, an Australian newspaper service, has reported that a new Godzilla vs. Kong sequel will be shot in Queensland, providing a $120 million boost to the economy. What they likely mean is that this is the successor to the film and not necessarily a direct sequel. Now, this is friends of the channel Dangerville, and they tweeted this out and says, in a $120 million boost for Queensland's film industry, Legendary Entertainment has confirmed a Godzilla vs. Kong sequel will be filmed on the Gold Coast. So, you know, then people are... Yeah, I mean, who knows? In terms of it being a direct sequel, we don't know. I mean, it probably won't be a direct sequel narratively in terms of we're going to get Kong and Godzilla back. I doubt that they're going to do that. There would also be absolutely no point. Why would you get Kong and Godzilla back straight away again? You'd have to create some very contrived method behind that. Like, oh, suddenly Kong's now pissed again. Like, why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, my back. Yes, my back is still bad. Yes, I'm an old man. I'm hoping that this is a Godzilla film. I really am, because, you know, they've done some really good stuff with Kong. They really have, but they haven't explored Godzilla as much as they potentially should have. At all. First one, ambiguous, sort of turned good. Second one, good guy. Third one, he's evil, and he's pitted against Kong. Why would you do that? Like, I get it, but I want this to be a Godzilla. I want this to be a Godzilla film. Because the reason why I say that, before everyone gets all pissy because they want to, you know, they love Kong, and I get it, Kong's great. But the reason why I say I hope this is a Godzilla sequel is because then it tells me, despite everything else that we've already got confirmed, that Legendary are fully invested in the Godzilla property to lead the Monsterverse. Because it cost them a significant amount of money from Toho, a significant amount of money in licensing. And if they, and like, obviously, you know, we've got a Godzilla live action Monsterverse with Apple TV. I get that. But it's not necessarily the same. If they have, boom, there you go, Godzilla, another Godzilla movie. There's big money they're paying to Toho. And it tells me they're really invested in Godzilla leading the property, as he should. Kong's actually free for them to use, because it is technically public domain. There is, like, you know, there's a dispute. Some people throw out, you know, some elements here and there. But by and large, they don't have to pay anyone to use Kong, a giant ape Kong. It doesn't. It's literally public domain. Everything that I've read up on this from my research, because I've done some videos in the past on Toho and rights and things, it is literally public domain, and it would be better for them to use Godzilla. It would be better for Toho. It would be better for Legendary. Better for fans, obviously. You know, Godzilla's literally just a little foot. So I'm all for it. But what do you guys think? Let me know. I hope this is another one. I hope this is another Monsterverse movie outside of the Son of Kong. And we just get more and more and more. What do you think, though? Am I hyped? Yes, I am. Are you? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe, guys. Please do stay tuned for more. Loads of people are not getting subscription notifications and stuff. So just check that the bell notification says all. And if you don't get it, please do follow me over on Twitter at MrH Reviews. But thanks so much, ladies and gents. I'm going to go have a wine or a whiskey. Cheers. Love you. Bye.